Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the heart of nature. Beautiful day. I hope your day is going good. But are you somewhere in a cave right now meditating, getting the most amazing awakening experience? What do you see right now? Tell me about it. 10 powerful experiences highly awake people go through, changing them forever. Forever? Forever. Forever, ever. Forever, ever, 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 ever. Let's just, whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Now I get tons of messages from you beautiful deep divers every single day. You tell me about your awakening experience, how you're not the same person as before. Reality is starting to look a little bit strange. You're also feeling a bit shaky, baby. Okay, and it's kind of exhilarating. At the same time, it's the unknown. Right now on the planet, there is a huge, that's an understatement, awakening happening, and so many people can feel it. And therefore, their lives will never ever be the same again. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Yeah. We got a whole lot to talk about. So let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. The first powerful experience highly awake people go through, changing them forever, is that they have a deeper connection to the innermost parts of who they are. You see, for so long in my life, I always identified with Ralph Smart. That's my name, okay? My mom called me Ralph. It's a cool name, but I started to realize I'm not just my name, I'm so much more. You see, many of us, we identify with this person. Laura, Ralph, James. But that's not actually who we are. Because a person emanates from the Greek persona, which means a mask. Yikes! Slow motion this side. So I started to realize I am the primordial life force energy. I am an infinite being. I am the formless, the nameless. I can't be contained because I'm that powerful. Okay, and once that happened, I'm like, oh my gosh. Life is never ever gonna be the same for me. Okay, because I started to ask myself big questions. Who am I? Ralph Smart. No. Who am I? Now, life is never ever the same for me, because every single day I ask myself this question. I ask myself, who am I? And what it leads me to is the indescribable, the undefinable. I realize this, that we are living in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of the water bearer, which is the age of information. There is so much information around. We're swimming in information. And if you are on this journey of knowing who you are, your life will never ever be the same again, because the deeper you go, the deeper it gets. What's the second powerful experience highly awake people go through, changing their life forever? A childhood experience. What happened to you at 3 years old? Did you eat all the chocolate? Apart from that, what happened to you when you were 7 years old, when you were 10 years old, when you were 13 years old, okay? What happened to me? I read a book which changed my life forever. And one line in the book said, you live in the world you're thinking of. Slow motion this side. Like from that moment, I'm like, my life will never ever be the same again. And it wasn't, because I started to realize we are so powerful human beings that we can actually create our reality. Okay, many times highly awake people go through something when they're really young that changes them forever. Okay, many people read a big book and they get a download of information and they're just not the same. Okay, everybody in school is talking about this mainstream stuff, but you're like, What about the fifth dimension? Is your third eye buzzing right now? Okay, what's the third powerful experience highly awake people go through, changing them forever? Baby, you are so tired of trying to fit into society, trying to live up to society's expectations because you are all about being free. And that's what happened to me along my journey. I realized I was trying to fit into society for so long, like trying to get my foot into the shoe, and it wasn't happening, okay? Then I'm like, if I didn't come here to fit in, because I can't fit in, it's just not working, that means I came here to stand out. Slow motion this side. And that's why your life is never ever the same again, because highly awake people know that they came here to stand out. They've tried to fit into society, but it doesn't work for them because their mind, we're living in another time zone, baby. And that's the beauty of the time we're living in right now. What's the fourth powerful experience highly awake people go through, changing them forever? They actually make contact, not just with aliens, but with life, with a pig, with a cow, okay, with a chicken. And then they start to realize all life forms are sacred. And that's what happened to me along my journey. I've lived in Africa, Sierra Leone for 1 year, and I actually saw a cow being killed. And at that moment, I was really young. I'm like, this is terrible. Because I saw in the eyes of the cow, this being wanted to live, okay? Animals are deeply sentient beings. I learn from animals. Do you like your dog? Yes, Ralph. Do you like the cat down the road? Definitely. So, you're never ever the same when you start embracing all life forms. 7-day vegan challenge, okay? When you are eating a karma-free lifestyle, not only do you look so sexy, you look better, you're glowing now, but also you're doing your friends a favor, which are the other life forms in existence. Everybody deserves a chance at life. Can I get a hello there? Okay, what's the fifth powerful experience highly awake people go through, changing them forever? Now, it is this: out-of-body experiences, okay? Astral projection, okay? Psychedelic experiences. Now, a lot of people I meet have gone on ayahuasca retreats, okay? They've gone on trips, psychedelic trips. In fact, if you go back to ancient Egypt, what do you find? You find that they were taking the lotus plant, okay, to have these altered states of consciousness. Now, many people who are awakening right now are ayahuasca, DMT, psilocybin, okay, magic mushrooms. They're getting these altered states of reality to realize that what we think is real, we're just scratching the surface. In fact, we only see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum. We don't see shit. Right? So there is so much more to what the eyes can see. And that's why many highly awake people see deeper into everything. So while some people might just watch the news, you can see the lies behind it, basically. So you switch that off, and that's why your life is never ever the same. What's the sixth powerful experience highly awake people go through, changing them forever? Forever, ever, forever, ever. Forever, ever, forever, ever, okay? You realize it's all BS. It is all BS, but BS also stands for belief systems, okay? You realize that most of what you were taught in school hasn't really helped you in adult life because you didn't really learn about your emotions, your energy in motion. So many highly awake people are creating what? New belief systems, and they are questioning their old BS belief systems. And that's why they are creating a whole new world, because they're realizing there are no limits, and that's why they are having a limitless experience. What's the seventh baby powerful experience highly awake people go through, changing them forever? Is your third eye really buzzing right now? It's really buzzing, right? Good. You lose everything only to realize you haven't lost yourself. Slow motion this side. Many highly awake people know this, that everything you see is temporary. These clothes will disappear soon. My car will get rusty. Children will grow up. Laptops will become outdated. Everything around us is temporary, or like they said in the Indus Valley, the Maya, the illusion. So many highly awake people realize everything is temporary. The only thing that will remain is the love in your heart. That's the only thing that matters. Because everything, you got to leave it behind. You can't take it with you. You didn't bring it with you. What? Slow motion this side. Right? So many highly awake people, the reason why their life has changed forever, why my life changed forever, was because I wasn't getting so attached to material possessions. They're cool and everything. It's just that I've lost a lot, okay? I told you about my hard drive, right? I told you about my hard drive, which had a lot of information, videos I didn't release, and it all just got deleted. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Then it suddenly occurred to me that you can never take the essence out of me. That's right, tell him, Ralph. I am infinite. That means I can recreate anything I choose in this moment in time. So I can lose everything, but I've still got myself. I've still got my essence, okay? And that's why your life changes forever. What's the eighth? Powerful experience highly awake people go through, changing them forever. You can actually, for the first time, see behind the curtain. Okay, you can see behind the curtain. You're like, okay, what's going on with the world? Okay, many people who are highly awake, the reason why, because I meet a lot of them, they're never the same, is that they start to see how the world really operates. Like money is just a collective belief system. Okay, it's a useful tool, but we just made it up. Like a lot of things we just made up, okay? And because you can see behind the curtain, you're like, actually, I was researching about Dr. Sebi, S-E-B-I. This is a guy who cured AIDS and all kinds of diseases. Why didn't they talk about that? Why didn't nobody tell me about that? And then you start to realize, okay, just like in The Wizard of Oz, you're like Dorothy, and you actually see behind the curtain, and it's an old guy, and you're like, oh my gosh, right? It's you pulling the strings, right? In other words, you start to realize how reality has been hijacked. And once you begin to pierce the veil, the illusion, you free yourself, okay? And that's what happens to so many highly awake people. And that's why they're never, ever, 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 ever the same again. What is the ninth? Baby. Powerful experience highly awake people go through, changing them forever. They start to realize that we are all one. Like literally, we are all one, okay? And this happens in the form of synchronicity. Okay, many people are very aware of these synchronistic experiences, and they're like, what are the chances of this happening, okay? And because of this, your life is never ever the same again. A lot of people write to me saying they keep seeing these repeating numbers, okay? Is that you, deep diver? 1111, 222, 333, 444, 555. Well, quantum physicists are showing us that we're living in a kind of simulation, and our reality is like a massive computer, and computer works on binary, zeros and ones. So when you are seeing 1111, you are actually seeing the glitch in the matrix. Slow motion this side. Okay? And that's why life will never ever be the same for you. But it is glorious though. And what's the 10th powerful experience highly awake people go through that changes them forever? Many highly awake people have gone to places ordinary people can only dream of. You were brave. You took a risk to say, actually, let me go on a retreat. Let me go to the top of this mountain. Let me sleep in nature. I used to actually fall asleep in nature. Okay, and that's why I started Infinite Waters, because I would get all of these downloads. And this profound experience, being connected to nature, okay, embracing nature, what I call being abducted by nature. What? Slow motion this side. If you are being abducted by nature, okay, it changes you forever, because you can read an encyclopedia, but I say a rose has like 1 billion encyclopedias inside of it. It's indescribable. You can never, ever contain nature. Nature is infinite. Nature shows us the interconnectedness between everything. And after that, like, I started to realize sacred geometry is also in nature. The Fibonacci sequence is also in nature. The golden ratio, the golden mean is also in nature. I started to realize that this universe is so intelligent, I can't even wrap my head around it. So after that experience, it completely changed my life forever. I started to realize nature is alive. You see, we've got a big problem on the planet. If we're not careful, we're going to enter the 6th extinction. A lot of species are dying. Fish are washing up on land. And it's because we're taking more resources than we are putting back. So what helped me along my journey was to realize I have a choice to spread a positive message, to help people awaken, and that's what I'm doing. But it changed me forever when I started to realize Mother Nature, or Gaia, is alive, and we have to take care of Mother Nature, because Mother Nature is all we have. And if we disrespect Mother Nature, we disrespect ourselves. Slow motion this side. So those are the 10 powerful experiences highly awake people go through, changing them forever. Let me know some of the powerful experiences you've had being highly awake that's changed you forever. And let's just say together, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello pair? Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the heart of nature, just whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy, peace. You get ready to go on a trip. Get ready to go on the trip of your life. Amazing thing happens, right? Amazing things happen when you are just like, who made up this? Question everything.